Two peas
Two
in a
peas
bong.
in a bong.
Two peas in a bong. Two peas
Two
in a
peas in a
bong.
bong.
Two peas and a bong. Two peas and a bong. Two peas
Two peas
Two
in a
peas
bong.
in a bong.
Welcome to Two Peas in a Bong. It's your boy KP.
Oh, there I go. Hey there. It's your boy Bong. What's good? All right, let me find my camera angle. Hold on, man.
You in there, man?
I'm in there, man. Hold on, man. I'm there I go. Okay. All right.
See yourself, man?
I see myself.
All
All right.
right, man. All right. Yeah, man. We're just trying to get you right, man.
I appreciate it, man. Um,
DP's with us in spirit.
he said, Scotty boy, what's good, man? Welcome. Scotty boy say arrest Wentz next for point shaving. Arrest Wentz next for point shaving, because what the fuck was that? Man, hey, y'all remember a few years ago when Wentz played for the Eagles and they was talking about who was the best quarterback out of, I think that he was out of that 2016 draft class, I think, or he was anyway. People thought that he was the guy. People thought that he was the next, the next guy. Like he was a big dude, pretty strong arm. Uh, Almost won MVP if he didn't get hurt. The year that the Eagles won the Super Bowl with
Nick
uh,
Folk.
with Nick Foles,
Nick Foles. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Wentz was in the midst of winning the MVP had he not got hurt. He went down probably like around week 10, and Foles had to come in for the rest of the year and kind of finish off the season. But Wentz was on his way to being league MVP. Fast forward, boy, he looked like chicken shit.
he essentially lost his starting spot and has been a backup ever since.
Ever since.
Yeah, it just man.
I
Whole
think
thing, man.
I think it was partially politics and shit. I think people didn't like him in the locker room for whatever reason. I don't know what it was, or excuse me, if it stemmed from his political beliefs or religious beliefs. I don't know what it was, but he didn't get along well in the locker room. And when it was time to give him the heave ho, his teammates gladly sent him on his way. So, man, but I'll say this: I think he was injured tonight, right? He had like,
Yeah, his left shoulder, and then
yeah,
he banged
something
his
going on with.
hand on the helmet of. Damn, I'm trying to think of the pass rusher. Damn, what is his name? Want to play for the Bears, play for the Raiders. I didn't even think of his name.
Khalil Mack.
Yeah, he banged his hand on the helmet of Khalil Mack.
That was today.
Yeah, his throwing hand.
Okay.
So he was kind of holding his throwing hand as well, but his left shoulder has been bothering him for some time.
Okay. Scotty boy, if you still there, man, we play this week. Man, and you better be glad I sat Lab McConkey.
As Scotty Boy said, man, that fake injury.
It's fake. Damn. damn,
Nah, he was grimacing in some
he
pain.
was hurt. They thought they was gonna have to put the backup in a few times.
They put him in the last oh, ew. I
Scotty
don't even know
boy,
if I want
relax, brother.
I don't even know if I want to put this up, dog. The
Relax,
last drive they did put the backup in.
relax, Scotty
The
boy.
backup of the backup. But
I already let you live because I sat McConkey on the bench, but that's the
you got to stop doing that, man. That's the second time you've done that.
bro. I just because you know why I didn't put him in
Why is that?
because I thought it was fool's gold, and I know that Jordan Addison has a great relationship and a great rapport with Carson Wentz. So he caught the touchdown, but the Chargers were just on a bumper so tough that he couldn't really get shit off. So, um, you know, the Chargers offense looks way better. I know they got back Joe Alt, right? Their first round offensive lineman,
Yeah, yeah.
and the offense looks completely different because a few weeks ago, or even as as early as last week, your boy Justin Herbert was looking like Carson Wentz out there, where, having no time, and they was on this bumper. So again, Justin Herbert, I didn't think he was the type of quarterback that needs to have some sort of um, like some sort of sustainability on the offensive line for him to be good. But he looks
Well, that was
different,
one of the things that they were talking about was the
right?
amount of times he's been sacked this season.
Right, but he looks different with a competent O line.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they didn't
but
punt tonight.
what I was against a good defense, right? An aggressive defense, but a good defense. My thing was, um, I didn't think that Justin Herbert was similar to a Jared Goff. With Jared Goff, he needs to have the O line needs to be in place, the run game needs to be in place because he's a statue. Like he
Yeah,
can't run like that. But Justin Herbert, you saw it tonight. Like
he
he
can
can
run.
move out the pocket.
Yeah, he
He
can
can
run.
manipulate the pocket. He can run when he
Yeah.
has to. So I just didn't understand why um, he couldn't work with a less than with a less than perfect offensive line. So
Well, I mean, beyond his offensive line picking up the blitz, he was down two running backs that could help pick up the blitz
yeah,
because he didn't have the running back. So he's got new running backs in which Vidal
Kimani
Sassoon, man, is looking
Kimani,
all right, man.
Kimani Vidal Sassoon.
Yeah, Vidal is coming with it, man. I mean, they were talking about the story of him and saying that he got cut and was activated and put on he got put sent to the practice squad.
Mhm.
And I mean, man, that's a great story of persistence that a lot of people should really look at, man. Because
He had a great first week.
yeah, he did.
Then he had an off last week, and in a lot of the leagues, not a lot of the leagues that I'm in, but some of the leagues I'm in, he got dropped.
Mm,
He got dropped. People,
I kept,
it's reactionary,
yeah.
right? Scotty, well, I don't give a damn if it's tight end week. Pitts ain't okay. We gonna see. You believe in that bullshit if you want to. Believe in that bullshit if you want to. Al Sucks mock draft. Jalen Warren is not on the trade block. Um, you have gotten the better of me in one trade this season. It
Yeah,
will be the last that you get the better of me.
yeah, man.
So again, and I'm not
He
calling
banned
you
some
out for
trades.
I'm not calling you out for bad trade tactics. It was a fair trade, but again, it's just bad luck that Malik Neighbors goes down the following week.
But yeah, so you were talking about the competency of the Chargers offensive line and how it made Herbert look like a much better player and essentially is making the offense look better. They
Yeah.
didn't have to punt today, and they got what they wanted.
So what I think we'll see tomorrow on all the talking networks, the sports networks, besides the NBA 30 for 30, is everybody will be back talking about Justin Herbert as a top 5 quarterback, right? You know, the media is very fickle. So when he had his down weeks, they didn't really talk about him. They spared him by not talking about him, as opposed to saying, they didn't give him the Tua treatment. They just didn't talk about him.
No news is good news.
No news is always good news, right? Especially when it's bad news.
Yeah.
So, but now I promise you, when we turn on the TV tomorrow, they're going to talk about how, the Chargers, people need to they need to watch out. Chargers are on the come up. They shook off that bad juju, and now, they got the O lineman, they got Joe Alt back. They'll be all right. And Justin Herbert is going to be back to playing top 5 quarterback football, so on and so forth. We know how it goes, but They look good tonight. I'll say that. They look good tonight on a short week. They had home field advantage. Not that makes a difference.
It
much
doesn't, because they're only 3-2 at home.
Yeah,
they were 500 going into tonight's game.
But Gadsden Jr.
Arande, not Junior, the second.
The second. Now, his pops played in the NFL, and that's crazy. I'm old enough to remember his pop's name, because when I first heard, I said, "Damn, Arande Gaston, that just sound like it's too unique of a name to not be connected to the other person that you know as a Gadsden in the NFL."
Sound like one of them old ass football cars that you had that was wrinkled up that you got in the Kellogg's cornflake box. You like,
Absolutely.
Wait a minute.
Arande Gadsden for the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Hey, absolutely. I agree 100%. Al Sucks and Mock Drafts. All of their offensive success can be attributed to Joe Alt's return. That made a difference. It made a difference. I mean, they looked competent. He had a lot of time, and Brian Flores was sending pressure. So, it's a long season, and they'll soon get their rookie running back, Amarion Hampton. He should be on the mend in a few weeks. So we'll see how that plays out.
Do you need him right now, based on what Vidal Sassoon is giving you?
Let's see what Vidal Sassoon.
I mean, it's been 3 games, right?
Yeah,
he's giving you 2 good ones, 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be one thing if it was 1, but man, he's done well considering.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
So I know you've talked about the Chargers and their offense, but what's next for Minnesota?
Man, the crazy thing about Minnesota, man.
They go back to JJ McCarthy.
They went from having a wealth of quarterbacks to having none. And I think the most telling part about what they've seen from JJ McCarthy is you rolled Carson Wentz out there with a bum shoulder.
Yeah.
Over JJ McCarthy, who was the emergency quarterback, which means that if called for duty, he can play. That should tell you everything you need to know about JJ McCarthy. I think Minnesota got emotional about Sam Darnold last year after he had a couple of bad games in the towards the end of the season and in that playoff game they had against I think they had that did they play Detroit? I can't remember who they played, but they got beat. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They made the emotional decision to let him go. Like, we're not going to pay him, even though Sam Darnold's value had taken a hit, so they could have probably gotten him for cheaper. They chose not to retain his services. They had Daniel Jones in the house, in the building. Did they even offer Daniel Jones any money? Would he have taken a low ball deal as a thank you for helping me
For signing me.
reclaim my career, right? The reclamation project. But they chose not to sign him. And I don't know what people saw out of JJ McCarthy, because when he was at Michigan, Harbaugh ran the ball. I didn't see arm talent from JJ McCarthy. Maybe I'm tripping.
Maybe that's those backdoor deals. But one to one of your points that you made, that JJ McCarthy was the emergency quarterback and could have played if called upon. Minnesota's going into their bye week, right?
Mhm.
So they don't play again until November 2nd. So I think this was one of those situations like he's close to being ready, but he's not all the way there. Let's hold him out for precautionary reasons. One more game, and then we know after the week's rest, he'll be ready to go for the rest of the season. That's what it seemed like to me.
Yeah, he doesn't have. I agree with you, Scotty boy. I didn't see him as a first round draft pick. And it's sad when you watch the NFL, when you watch sports in general, and you see teams that waste talent. Wasting talent is, I mean, how many years did Miami have an offense that was Super Bowl worthy, but they couldn't do anything because the quarterback wasn't good enough to get it done? And this is before Vic Fangio went to the Eagles, went to Philadelphia, he was in Miami.
Track stars, man.
He was in my so you had a defense that was good enough because it was coached by Vic Fangio, right? So you had a defense that was good enough, and then you had the Autobahn out there. I mean, German cars everywhere. You dig? And
With no speed limit,
with
drive as fast as you want.
drive as fast as you want, but you had no driver.
Damn.
Just a bunch of cars parked on the Autobahn with no driver. Like, that's crazy. I think of them. I think of Minnesota. I think of San Francisco. Like, a lot of teams that had a wealth of talent, especially offensively, but couldn't get it right with the quarterback position. Like, I'd rather get it right with the quarterback position and figure out the rest, because there's so many talented players that you put them in the right scheme, you know, you can make them look good with a good quarterback. But a lot of teams take the approach of just build the talent up and then we'll figure out and find a quarterback. You know? So it's, Pittsburgh does it a lot. They have a great defense every year. They have at least one good wide receiver and a great run game every year. And they consistently fail at the quarterback position.
We just need a game manager, is what they're saying.
Yeah.
Just manage the game. We're going to rely on our defense.
Yeah.
We need a good running game, and that's it.
But yeah, man, I'm looking at that's
Which
the craziest part
is
to me.
which is one of the things that you've said before. You said in the playoffs you need two things. You need
Run game and
a run
defense.
game and a defense, and that's what Pittsburgh is like. We're hanging our hat on. We want a run game. We want a defense, and we want a quarterback that can manage the game. Don't
If you have
let him throw interceptions.
right, but hear me out on this, KP. If you have a run game and a defense in the playoffs and a top 14 quarterback, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Where Pittsburgh goes wrong is that Pittsburgh starts trotting out the 28th, the 29th best quarterback with a run game and a defense, and it don't matter. Right? Like, it's run game and a defense, but you need to have competent quarterback.
Some ain't jiving.
Right. Some ain't jiving like the owner of the Jets said.
Some ain't jiving.
Give me 1 second, KP.
Yep.
So go ahead.
No. Go on.
So, but again, so many teams, and that's why I get so heated and so, bent out of shape when I hear the general public talking down on a Dak Prescott, saying that, oh, he ain't good, he ain't this, he ain't that. You know how many teams would beg for his services? You don't think a Minnesota would be a Super Bowl contender with a Dak Prescott, a San Francisco, a Pittsburgh? You know what I'm saying? Like, all these teams is just a Miami right now. All these teams are talking about having fire sales. Hey, everybody wants to be traded. Hey, trade me. I think one of the linebackers from the Dolphins requested a trade today. I think was it Logan Ryan? But it's sad. But anyway, hey man, the Chargers back in the saddle. They ready to go. I think they're gonna do their thing to make a playoff run. The AFC, I say both. The AFC and the NFC are both super
still wide open.
Super wide open.
And so I know that we weren't on here Monday, right? But we were saying that we were going to do a Monday night recap on that terrible looking game.
And engineer just popped in the building too.
Between the Seattle Seahawks and the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of back and forth in the Discord. Little friendly banter about JSN.
Yeah.
Is JSN overrated? Is he underrated? What do we think about JSN?
First off, hey, shout out to Engineer. I have not been ignoring your trade requests, but because I use a different, I think I use my work laptop to control my fantasy team, and for this league, a lot of times I can only access it at certain times. So I have not been ignoring your requests. It's just kind of hard to do it through my laptop as opposed to doing it through the phone. But man, JSN.
Mm-hmm.
First off, before we start talking about JSN, the Houston Texans offense. Let's start there. Okay. We have and I've seen in the chat a few times a lot of talk about arrests happening today. They need to double back and arrest all the offensive players, all the offensive coaches.
The coach.
I'm talking about the OC, the wide receivers coach. No. The wide receivers coach, the running backs coach, the O-line coach, the tight end coach. Everybody must go. Bring the paddy wagon. I need enough. I need a bus to pack them all in there, and get them up out of there.
And that OC is Nick Caley. Because I was saying his name in the Discord. Nick Caley fell asleep at the wheel way too many times. what were you doing? What kind of plays were you calling? You like
with with a great defense, with a top tier defense that forced 4 turnovers on Seattle, and y'all couldn't do shit with them. And that brings me to the Seattle side of things.
okay.
I think against when you're playing a team that's offensively challenged, like the Houston Texans, the one trick pony effect of JSN will work.
So it was a one
But
trick pony?
I mean, he's getting 60, 70% of the targets. Sam Darnold's not even tossing it around like that, but when he does toss the ball around, there's a 70% chance it's going to JSN. So when we talk about skill set, I think that in what they ask him to do and what they ask JSN to do, he does it well. It looks like the offense is a timing-based offense, right? So everybody has to kind of be in rhythm. You have to be at a certain spot by the time, Sam Darnold hits his back foot so he can get the ball out. He can throw it in. He's throwing in the tight windows because he's expecting JSN to be at a certain spot, and JSN is delivering. So I have no qualms about JSN being a top wide receiver in the league. Is he Jamar Chase? Is he Justin Jefferson? Time will tell.
He's having a good year.
He's having a good year, but
Having a
the
good year.
thing about the greats, man, is that we have to see consistency, right? And like anybody can have a great year. Can you stack great years when everybody's expecting you to be great and the defense is planning the game around stopping you?
Is he is he better than Puka Nacua?
I don't have enough data. I don't have enough data. Like I need to see how he ends the year and what he does next year. He's having a great year, like you said.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I come from the era, man, where we don't crown him after 1 year.
That's
And
fair.
it's why I talk about the general sports media now and how irresponsible they are. Okay? Remember what I told you. Remember the end of last year.
Mhm.
They were gobbling and glazing JSN. I mean, not JSN, but Jaden Daniels, JD5. Sorry.
Yes.
They were glazing Jaden Daniels. They said, I don't care if he's just a rookie. He's a top 5 quarterback in the league. He's a top 5 quarterback in the league. This was last year.
Then he came to LA and got some of that bad juju.
Now his mama on social media begging the general public not to put that RG3 on her son. That the power that the tongue is powerful. She said, "Don't put it on my son." Now keep in mind how you go from being top 5 dead or alive last year as a rookie to being damn near getting classified as RG3 within, I mean, we're at what, week 8 right now?
Yeah.
And they do it again and again. Engineer, no disrespect to CJ Stroud, but he was the first. They did it with him. Then they did it with Jordan Love. Then they did it with Jaden Daniels. Every time we get a new hot kid on the block, everybody in the media is trying to be the first one to say, "I told you he was going to be it." Then they slowly but surely fade to the back, and we don't talk about him anymore. But you built them up, to tear them down.
Yeah. That's what the media does. They want a story, good or bad.
Yeah.
So they'll ride with you while you're doing good, and as soon as it gets bad, they're gonna get out the car, but they're still gonna report it. Like,
Yeah,
hey, we still got a story here. We
yeah.
got to roll with this.
What that boy say? What he tell Doughboy and Boys in the Hood? Yo, Doe, let me out.
Trey.
Trey tell Doe, hey, you gotta. I can't take this ride, man. You gotta let me out.
Yeah.
So, but on the Seattle side of things, that defense, I see why the Baltimore defense is struggling. They lost a great defensive mind. That's the head coach for Seattle right now. And they have a strong defense. They have a competent offense. I don't believe in Sam Darnold. He looked like he ready to make a mistake. He had no disrespect. He hasn't thus far, but I think when the going gets tough and you got to mentally lock in, do you trust Sam Darnold in a playoff game against a great defensive mind or a great offense on the other side?
I'm gonna use your line. I don't have enough data on Sam Darnold in playoff games against strong defenses.
Yeah.
Tell you if he's gonna come through or not.
Yeah. But as of right now, Seattle looks good. I'll say that. The Texans are a half a team. Their defense is out of this world. Their offense is unworldly. So they're playing on two different planets, man. One is in heaven and one is in hell. And I'll let y'all be the judge on which is which. Man, I think they was talking about. So I was on Twitter today, and somebody was talking about the little NBA arrest, and they was talking about David Stern. Talking about David Stern is looking up and shaking his head. I said, "Oh man, they saying David Stern in hell." Like he was the first corrupt when he said David Stern looking it up at what y'all do. He ain't looking down on y'all.
He's looking up. Get me out of here. Are y'all gonna be joining me next?
Man, I know it's a football Thursday, man, but NBA dropped a big bombshell earlier today, right? And
shout out to your boy Dizzle.
Dizzle.
Y'all be in here drinking all the Kool-Aid.
Which Kool-Aid? Which Kool-Aid we drinking?
We not drinking the cyanide.
We're
not drinking the purple stuff.
Who you talking about? Which Kool-Aid you talking about, Dizzle?
I think Dizzle might be referencing to the JSN.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Madness.
Nah, Dizzle, you know how I get down, man. I got to see more. So yeah, the NBA dropped a bombshell, and all y'all in the chat already know. You guys know my stance on it. I've been saying it for maybe a year now. The sports world opened up Pandora's box, right? We're used to gambling in general being something that, a bookie, you have to know a bookie. You got to know somebody that knows a bookie.
That's how it used to be.
Right. You call in the picks, right? And tell them how much you want to put on it. And it used to be where it's like, hey, man, you have 7 days or it's like a week. And either I collect from you when you lose at the end of the week or I come pay out at the end of the week, right?
Yes.
That's how the bookies.
But it's a transaction. It's going to be a transaction.
Right.
At the end of the week.
That's how the bookies generally worked in my era where I was from. But that's how the bookies worked, right? Hey, man, I'm going to collect. You got a week and maybe a X amount of credit.
Yeah.
Right? that you can, hey man, maybe your credit, you've been betting with me for 10 years or 5 years, you got $2,500 line of credit that you can exhaust. But at the end of the week, you settle up. So, you getting the money in the brown paper bag. It's happening as a weird transaction. I seen dudes who ran up the line of credit and had the bookie showing up to the job. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different world.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, if you're a regular civilian, when that bookie come in, he looked like something. He looked like a nigga that you don't want to fuck with, but you don't know what he's there for, right? Because all the gambling transactions kind of happened in like it was the back alley, the back
shady places.
Exactly. So it was either that, or you went to Vegas, or you went to Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Right. Like you had to go. So even in California, man, you go to Vegas to place your bets at the beginning of the football season, or you go to Vegas and it's football season, you might place some bets, or if it's basketball season, you might place some bets just because you're in Vegas.
Yeah.
But for the most part, that's where it stopped. These people opened up Pandora's box when they started allowing it to be hey man, you know what? We'll use fantasy football as the gateway, right? That was the weed.
That was the marijuana. That was the Mary Jane.
That was fantasy football is a gateway drug. Like, oh, these motherfuckers like playing that shit. And like, okay, they like, y'all like fantasy football? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
it's fun. It's innocent.
Yeah, we just trying to, you're trying to go over, trying to get the highest number, this, that, and the third. Yeah. How about we throw some over-unders on there and make that prop betting? And motherfuckers like, okay, shit, let's do it. I told you. I knew.
What is that? Is that the cocaine? Is that the crack? What is that, man?
That's cocaine.
That's cocaine. Okay.
Yeah.
Cocaine. Okay.
Then you started seeing things pop up like ESPN bets, DraftKings, what's the other one? Underdog, right? And you start going to these podcasts, and these podcasts are being sponsored by Underdog, by by DraftKings, by all these betting sites. And it's like, oh, you guys are trying to get these things out there. You guys are trying to get notoriety for betting.
Yeah.
And I told you in a private chat, I knew the game was over. I knew the game was cooked. Now we've reached crack status when moms of one of my son's football teams, like one of the moms on the football team, was trying to get me sent me like a refer a friend thing to get like $25 to sign up as a bonus.
Oh wow.
And also
I got these cheeseburgers, man.
Also showing me her parlays.
Oh wow.
My oldest,
was it for your approval, or was it like
no?
You need to jump on this?
It was so that was one person. I had another
inside track.
I had another person that asked me to try and pick some plays for him.
Okay.
But either way, that shit has hit mainstream America now. That a mom who probably don't know shit about sports is putting in parlays. That a kid, if you're a teenager, they have apps now for like kids that are like middle school.
Yeah.
They're kid friendly, and it's like a betting thing, but it's not money. But like you can bet over
grooming.
Right, exactly. So you can bet like over unders and stuff like that, do props, but it's like you get some video game prize where it's like it's the dopamine. Like, oh yeah, I won. So they're getting you ready. So as soon as you hit 21, you are already on a fast track to get that to be betting.
Some places it's not 21.
It's 18, right?
Yeah. Some places, some sites, it's 18.
Yeah. So it's just it's a cold game, man. Like it wasn't meant to be this accessible to the public, man. Like I hear the word parlay more in a day than I should. The people that are talking to me about parlays every day, 7, 8 years ago, they probably didn't even know what the fuck a parlay was. Now, full disclosure, man, I've been
It was I'm gonna parlay this. They was using it wrong.
right,
I'm gonna parlay this vacation time.
right,
And
exactly,
like,
exactly.
what?
But I've been full disclosure. I've been betting since I was in. I mean, DP exposed me to the football picks probably in high school.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I
but
was
it was like it was a football card. But even then,
it was
it was
through
through him.
Yeah.
He had it through maybe his uncle or somebody like that.
Yeah.
And you play us like $10 a week or something like
I
that.
thought it was $5. It was something, something,
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Then I going to
It
college.
wasn't nothing crazy. How about that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Went to college, tapped in, but I know what comes with it. I know what I'm signing up for.
Yeah.
So, but now, man, I think, damn, when the players, because now you have to really look into, again, if it was
You breaking up, Bong?
off about it, was the illegal bookies. So who they gonna tell? They gonna go tell the feds? Are the illegal bookies gonna go tell the feds that, hey man, this dude is point shaving and it cost me $100,000 in bets or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like it was a different world back then, man. But now I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. For those that don't know, Chauncey Billups got arrested. What's your boy name? Damon Jones, former NBA player, got arrested. And your boy Terry Rozier got arrested.
Scary Terry.
Now the crazy part about Chauncey is that Chauncey shit didn't have nothing to do with fixing games. He was doing the card shit.
Hey man, I don't know nothing about nothing.
Right. So Chauncey got caught up for allegedly being the face of a gambling ring that they used him to have, high dollar players come in and play poker with cards that I guess they had equipment where the glasses were kind of X-ray and they could kind of see what each card was. So they could kind of.
We're still saying the word allegedly.
Allegedly. I'm not here to be judge, jury, or executioner. I'm just saying what's being alleged. But card games with him. Damon Jones giving insider information based off a conversation he's having with Bron.
Are you playing tonight? Oh man, my ankle's kind of sore, man. I'm gonna be sitting out. Oh man, no doubt, man. Okay, man, get well.
Damn,
he ain't playing tonight.
And then it's only a matter of time before we start hearing all the reports. That's gonna, the more reports are coming out. And this is the sad part is, it's a bad look for the NBA because it happened coming off of opening night.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's been some good hoops for the first 2-3 days.
Yeah.
We've seen really good basketball the first 2-3 days, but no one's talking about that.
It's overshadowed.
Yeah. You got Wemby had a 40 ball. SGA scored 55 tonight. VJ Edgecombe, that motherfucker dropped 37 on a night where Embiid dropped 4. Exactly.
Could get off the ground.
And they needed every single one of those 37 points. So there's so many good storylines that the NBA would hope was, leading talks in sports, but oh yeah, I think Gil already started.
Oh, you think he did?
Ah yeah,
Damn.
hell yeah. They
Damn.
probably told Gil, the feds probably told Gil, get down and lay down, man. You know, when you talking about the feds, Puffy just beat the feds, and he's still
Mm,
doing 4 years.
yeah, I was gonna say, did he really beat the feds?
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, it was a trumped up case to begin with,
They
right?
really. I mean, it was almost like they were just throwing stuff against the wall to see what was gonna stick.
Right. That's what I'm
But
saying is what I'm saying is when you have the government that brings the case. This is not local police. This is not a state thing. This is a federal thing. When the feds come for you, the case is typically airtight. Oh
Scotty
yeah.
Boy's an idiot.
Hey, it wasn't. Hey, it wasn't. It wasn't a lunch. It was a feast. It was a feast.
Oh my
They
gosh.
prepared a feast. You know what I'm saying? They prepared a feast.
So wait, so Scotty Boy said he thinks Damon Jones is gonna be snitching. And he thinks Gil is gonna be snitching. And you said you think Gil is already snitched.
Is Carlos Martins Jr. Is he asking? Um, is the gambling is like the scandal stuff on the NFL too? I think that's what he's asking. I believe that. Oh yeah, you know, the NFL started early. I
Why
think
not?
who was it that got caught up? Wasn't it was it Calvin Ridley that got caught up
Yeah,
gambling in
and
the
was banned
NFL?
for a year. Yeah, it was banned for a year.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, Pete Rose was doing it in baseball.
But he was doing it back when it was seedy, where it was now. These dudes are doing some of the craziest shit, and they're doing it from their own phones.
But think about this. How crazy is it though that Pete Rose got caught in the era where you were in the shady places with the shady people?
I mean, it might have, he might have got set up. He
Yeah.
might have got set up. But I just think that the NFL, the NBA, because it's just so widespread, it
And
should
this
have
is the
never.
second time, and this is the second time it's happened with basketball. Because you had Phil Donahue, the referee,
Yeah,
that
and
was
but because back then it wasn't mainstream, they they slid his shit under the rug. And Carlos Marins Jr. Chauncey Billups wasn't really sports gambling.
yeah.
He was alleged to have done something else with cards, with poker games. So he wasn't really gambling on sports. And he's getting a lot of flack. People are getting a lot of flack saying that Chauncey Billups has been collecting $1 million checks since the 90s, nonstop, consistently, because he went from basketball to coaching. And that he should be content with where he is. But greed, there's no ends. There's no end when it comes to greed, right? When they say the world is not enough, there's no end when it comes to greed. Like, if I can get 1 million, or if I can make 1 million more, why not?
And they're saying Chauncey Billups was rigging games that defrauded victims for over $7 million. Man, I saw something on the internet today where it was like, man, they had a picture of Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups and were like, what do they have in common? And they both had them standing next to Rick Pitino, because that's who's coached both of them. Rick Pitino coached Chauncey Billups in Boston, and he also coached Terry Rozier at Louisville. I said, man, the
Man.
internet's a cold place, brother.
And now you have people that's willing to go out there and do the research. They'll find the videos. They'll do all this stuff. They have so many different angles.
You got Synergy. Synergy can break a lot of the stuff down.
Yeah. So it's only the beginning.
Oh man.
If you're an athlete, and it's so funny, we talk about the professional referees, right? The professional referees, it was always said, we pay them a good amount of money so that we don't have to worry about them doing the shit like throwing games, right?
This nigga Chauncey Billups in a Clutch Sports hoodie when he
While
was
being arrested.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Oh man. Is that the dry snitching? Let me put this hoodie on first before they
Y'all know what it is. Free the real.
Oh.
Keep the fake. But what was I saying?
Damn, my bad.
No. It's all good. It's all good. But they pay the refs healthy salaries so that they don't get tempted to throw games.
So we think.
But I've always been of the mindset and of the belief that the refs are controlled by the leagues. They tell them, hey man, whatever, I keep going back to that Seattle Super Bowl against Brady. Whatever happens, it can't be Lynch. It can't be Marshawn.
Yeah.
I don't care what you got to do. It can't be Marshawn. So, you
said that they're bold enough to be betting from their phones now. That's insane.
The kids, it's not even that they're bold enough. They're just dumb enough. The modern day athlete doesn't think that they're going
That's
to get
bold.
caught.
You think I'm invincible. That's bold.
It's not bold. They don't even, but what I'm saying is I don't think they think they're being bold. They just think that it's, hey man, it's on my phone. I can just erase my history after I'm done.
Yeah.
Not knowing that technology right now is so easy to track.
Yeah.
Remember, like they were doing it in the facility. Motherfuckers placing, you can't wait to get to the crib. You doing it on the team Wi-Fi? Oh my!
Oh, that's wild, man. That's
my
wild.
goodness, man! What are we doing, bro?
That's wild.
What are we doing? These kids, bro. And it only gets worse. If I did some shit like that, I would tell 2-3 people.
That's 2 people too many.
You get what I'm saying is to go cash it out. You got to have somebody go cash it out.
Yeah, but I'm saying you said 2 or 3. So I'm saying if you're saying 3, that's 2 people too many.
Right.
It's 1. Because
go cash out.
Yeah, because that one person, if it gets out, you know who you told.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And you got to deal with that person, or that person's got to deal with you.
Yeah.
Whatever. But you telling 2 or 3, then they tell one person. Yeah, it's 9 people that know all of a sudden because everybody it's the telephone game.
Yeah. We was taught that at a young age.
Absolutely. Nah, man. One person.
One person, huh?
Yep, one person. Yeah. Because and you're right, because I need you to put the bet in your name.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I don't need, like, it's okay that you know me.
Yeah.
But hey, we're not having this conversation on the phone. This is an in-person conversation. We're
hey, the gold part. I'm sure Jordan did that shit. Jordan lost games like even in the finals, you know, to keep teams around, winning 6, because he was that superior. But you know, maybe it was like, hey man, you know what? Let me make my friends some money. It's the American way. If I can make my friends some money
Yeah.
by, you know, taking what everybody else thinks is a sure thing and having an off night, I'll do it. So
We seen this shit in White Men Can't Jump, man, with Wesley and Woody Harrelson.
man, did Woody dirty.
Yeah.
Oh, Sid, come on, Sid.
Hey man, he hustled him multiple times.
Oh my God.
He got him a couple times. First it was, oh man. First it
Sid.
was the day the jumper just wasn't falling.
Yep.
Next it was the time that he bet his earnings that you know that he could dunk. And
Yeah.
and he's like, you know damn well you can't dunk.
Damn. Sidney Dean, baby. Got his ass twice.
Yeah.
And he rolled up at the crib like, hold on, man. What's you
No.
with them?
His girl
Made
him
him.
roll. Yeah.
He like, I know these slick niggas. I know how they get down, man. You green as hell.
Yeah, they hustled you. Yeah.
Man, the game is crazy. The game is
Whole
crazy,
game,
man.
man. It's a
But
whole game.
yeah. Oh yeah, Michael Beasley. No, who's the person that his whole family? Porter. I was thinking Michael Porter. Porter's brother.
Hey man, he look, he's already in the clear. He got banned for life.
Yeah.
He's good now. Like he's not seeing any Fed time. Just
Oh, he didn't get any jail time?
no. He
Okay.
just got banned for life.
Okay.
So it's I think it's one of them things where it's like, look, man, you know they're gonna be watching you. I don't need you breaking in any places and trying to steal your Heisman trophy back.
Yeah.
Because if you do something like that, they're going to lock you up. So look, man.
Hey, engineer, I think he said what happened with Otani. I think Otani was in on that shit too.
Mm.
On his handler, placing bets and shit for him with his money and taking huge losses. You know, in the Asian community, they gamble heavy.
Mm.
They gamble heavy. I seen a documentary. I was watching a piece of a documentary on fuck. Let me see if I can find this dude's information real quick.
And while you're looking for that, Scotty Boy said, "Oh, Tani was definitely."
Oh, for sure.
He was on it. He was definitely in
Yeah,
it.
sure. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Here it is. I think it was
Words of Bong. It's bigger than Nino Brown.
it's bigger than Nino Brown, man. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going down, I'm taking a whole lot of motherfuckers with me.
Ugh.
Okay. It was what was this dude's name? Damn. Terry Watanabe. Terry Watanabe, I guess he Asian dude, his dad, he inherited some businesses or whatever. And he said he lost in Vegas $350 million gambling.
Oh my gosh.
They got a documentary on him, Terry Watanabe.
Oh my gosh.
So they said that I think Steve Wynn from the Wynn Hotel was the only one that cut him off, because you know at the in Vegas at these casinos,
You got these tabs, right?
but at a certain, if you win too much, they cut you off and tell you that you can't come back.
Yeah.
Right. But I guess now they cut you off if you lose too much, but back then they didn't. They just allowed you to keep losing.
Yeah.
So he said that Steve Wynn, somebody said that Steve Wynn of the Wynn Hotel and casino was the only one that cut him off. He lost $55 million in a weekend, and Steve Wynn gave him $1 million from the cage in cash in a duffel bag, seedy backdoor deals, right?
Mm-hmm.
And told him, hey, I'll have somebody drive or fly you anywhere you want to go. And Terry Watanabe said, have him drop me off at the Bellagio.
Oh, wow.
Nigga, this money getting spent.
Wow.
He's like, hey, man, just take this little $1 million.
We're going to get you out of Vegas, man. We'll take you anywhere. Fly anywhere you want, man.
Say, drop me off at the Bellagio, baby. I got $1 million to spend.
Walking distance. Escort me to the Bellagio. I did an escort to the Bellagio. That's by the time you get the limo, I be to walk there.
Save your time, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Terry Watanabe, man. I'm gonna watch the documentary. Probably on a list of a few documentaries I want to watch. I think they got a Prime has a Allen Iverson documentary that I'm trying to peep as well. But anyways, man, shit, we didn't want too much, man. Just trying to bounce back from Monday. Running the Wing is our new basketball initiative. That's every Wednesday. What time is it, KP?
Man, it varies, man. Sometimes it's 6, it's 7. You know, it could be 8. So, I won't say 8, but sometimes it's between 6 and 7.
Yeah, running the wing. That's the basketball program. So I'm sure that next Wednesday, it sucks that today's Thursday. You know, so by the time you guys get back on there next Wednesday, the story will have been stepped on for about a week. I'm pretty sure new discoveries will still be coming out, but I just wanted to speak on it a little bit because it just happened today. All that shit, as we woke up this morning, that story was breaking. That shit is intentional, man. You can't tell me that this is just happenstance or coincidence. There was a bigger reason why the heat is being brought down on the NBA right now. So,
And your boy, Scotty Boy, said, breaking news, Carson Wentz gets arrested for fixing games.
I don't doubt it, man. I don't doubt it, bro. I don't doubt it. Carson Wentz, he looked bad, but if it was anybody that was fixing games, it was the coach, because you knew that this motherfucker was injured and you put his ass out there with that ball. He threw a early in the game. He was getting hit, falling back through a duck. And I think Justin Jefferson came down with it. But I was like, oh, yeah, if that's a sign of things to come, it's going to get ugly today.
Damn.
Do you think the game, did you watch the game from the beginning, KP?
Not from the beginning. I caught it maybe third or fourth drive.
Okay, so in the first drive of the game, the Chargers have the ball. It looks like it got intercepted.
Yeah.
A referee who is in the booth that, it's like one of the commentators, he said this play should stand because they called it an interception. And it was a pick 6 for Minnesota. They overturned it, and the Chargers went on to score that drive, and it was over.
I saw that.
I think had they held that play up and gave Minnesota that 7 points, we would have saw a different game.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Because instead of being 7-0 Minnesota, it turned into 14-0 Chargers.
Yeah. It was 7-0. It was 7-0 Chargers, but then they never looked back.
Yeah, but I'm saying instead of it being them losing 7-0, now they're up
exactly
possessions of 14-0.
Yeah.
And Minnesota's playing catch up.
Yeah. So I'm like, man, they overturned that. I was like, oh, okay. I see which way it's going today. There's been a lot of questionable calls. You guys go and get reviews from the same people in New York, and sometimes it's like, hey man, this shit clearly hit the floor, and y'all say, oh no, it's a catch or it's an interception, but then sometimes it's like it's hard to tell, and you guys are overturning it. They did some shit on. Was that the Sunday night game?
The part
Where
that gets me though,
Detroit. It was the Detroit Tampa game where they were like, they went and reviewed it, and they said after second review, hold the fuck up, man. So y'all did a review, and then you had to go back and review it again.
that's what, and I was gonna say that's what gets me. It's like, okay, so you have this review, you can rewind it, you can change the angles, you can, like, technology is amazing.
Yeah,
You can't get this wrong.
yeah,
Like you can't.
yeah,
And then I don't want to hear it's inconclusive. I don't want to hear that. Nah. Figure this out.
yeah,
Get this right. That, like, you have review. You've slowed the game down to make sure that you're going to get it right. Don't hide behind the fact of, oh no, this is inconclusive. No, you need to figure this out.
yeah. So unless the Fed's coming for the NFL,
Why not?
that'll be a bombshell. It'll never happen though. Too big of an entity. They feed each other, right? One hand always washes the other when it comes to the billionaires at the top of the food chain. Paulo Torre,
Mm.
tread lightly, bro.
Did you see this? Dan Campbell came on the radio after the Chiefs game regarding the golf trick play. He said the call came from New York, and no one in the media is bringing it up.
Man, the allegations levied against Kansas City, I'm starting to believe. And that's why I think that Jacksonville win was so impressive, because they didn't get any favorable calls that game. Nothing went in their favor. All the favorable calls went in favor of Kansas City, and they still were able to pull that game out. And then I think maybe that was their Super Bowl. They might have peaked at that moment. You didn't bust it off early, and shit. Nah, they done busted off early, but the night had just begun. Oh girl, like, okay, shit, let's really get cracking. He like, that motherfucker over there asleep,
Over there, useless.
counting sheep. Like, hold on, man, it's week
Oh, man.
6. It's week. What week did they play Kansas City? That was like week 5 or week 6. Y'all done already shot your load, man. Come on, man. We
No.
got 11 more games, baby. What are we doing? What are we doing? Motherfuckers over there counting sheep.
We got 11 more hours at this hotel. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna sleep good tonight. remember Pops on Soul playing? Smell my finger. Hey man, it's a cold world, baby. Jags, man, shot they wide too early. Anyway,
Oh, man.
don't mind me, man. It's late. But where Kelsey dropped the ball and they called it a completed catch. And yeah, I mean, listen, I root for the Chiefs because they have they have kept the 49ers away from championships, and I appreciate that from them. They kept the Eagles away from a championship. I appreciated that from them. So I root for the Chiefs. I like the Patrick Mahomes story. I think he's this generation's GOAT. He hasn't always had the greatest talent around him. He's won both ways, with talent and without talent. I think this year, I don't see a team. I'll put it to you like this. Now that Rashee Rice is back, I don't see a team in the AFC that's beating the Chiefs. You did? I don't see a team in the AFC that's beating the Chiefs, because the Chiefs have a combination of great offense, great defense, great play callers on both sides of the ball. And there's, Indianapolis. You mean to tell me if we get what's his name, Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator from the Chiefs, to give Indiana Jones a few different looks, he's not going to turn that ball over a few times. So, we'll see. But hey, football season, we got a few more weeks. We have a bunch of weeks left. So we'll let this thing play out, man. But appreciate y'all for tapping in with us.
Let me
KP,
get the
hit us
balloons going.
quick. Al sucks in mock drafts. I don't believe that Indiana gets it done, but they look good. And Engineer, I think by week 10, week 15, by week 10, week 11, we'll be talking about the Chiefs differently. Either way, namaste. We'll holla.
Peace.